one. Hi everyone. Hi Bonkers. You know, sometimes I like to tell a story, not just from a book. Sometimes it's great just to tell a story using some props or some ideas in my head or some thoughts that I have or just a story that someone else might have told me. So Bonkers, I'd like to share this special story with you and with all the children out there, and it's called the Apple Star Story. Once upon a time, there was a little girl called Frankie. Hi Frankie. And one day she didn't have anything to do. So she said to her mum, "Mum, I've got nothing to do." And her mum said to her, "Well, I would like you to go on a treasure hunt. I'd like you to find a little red house with no doors and no windows, a chimney and a star inside." And Frankie thought, where am I going to find a little red house with no doors and no windows and a chimney and a star inside? But because she had nothing else to do, she thought she would go and look for that special treasure. So Frankie went off for a walk until she met Mr. Cow. "Moo," said Mr. Cow. "Hello." "Hi," said Frankie. "Mr. Cow, can you help me? I'm looking for a little red house with no doors and no windows, a chimney and a star inside." And Mr. Cow said, "Moo, no, I'm sorry. I don't know where you'll find one of those." And off he went back to the farm. "Oh," said Frankie, "I'll keep looking." So she walked on until she met Mr. Dog. "Ruff, ruff," said Mr. Dog. "Hello, what are you looking for?" And Frankie said, "Oh, please, can you help me, Mr. Dog? I'm looking for a little red house with no doors, no windows, a chimney, and a star inside." "Ruff, ruff," said the dog. "That sounds very special, but I'm sorry, I haven't seen one of those." And wagging his tail, off went Mr. Dog back to his kennel. "Ah," said Frankie, "I'll keep looking. Maybe the next animal I meet will help me." So next time she met Mrs. Pig. "Oink, oink," said Mrs. Pig. "Hello, can I help you?" "Yes, please," said Frankie. "I'm looking for a little red house with no doors, no windows, a chimney and a star inside. Have you seen one of those?" "Oink, oink." "I'm sorry," said Mrs. Pig. "I haven't seen one of those. Good luck." And off she trotted back to her farm. "Oh," said Frankie, "I'm getting very tired. I might just go home to my mum and tell her I can't find that special treasure." But she thought she'd keep trying. So she kept walking along until she saw Mrs. Sheep. "Ah," said Mrs. Sheep. "Hello, can I help you?" "Yes, please," said Frankie. "I'm looking for a little red house with no doors, no windows, a chimney and a star inside." And Mrs. Sheep said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Bah, bah. I haven't seen one of those. But I know Mr. Monkey lives up a tree and he's very wise. Maybe he will be able to help you." "Thank you," said Frankie. So off she went to look for Mr. Monkey till she came to a special tree. There's Mr. Monkey. You probably know him, Bonkers. He's probably a friend of yours. Mr. Monkey was up the tree, and Frankie, who was very tired by now, said, "Mr. Monkey, can you please help me? I've been looking all day. I've met Mrs. Pig and Mrs. Sheep and Mr. Cow and Mr. Dog. I'm looking for a little red house with no doors, no windows, a chimney and a star inside." And Mr. Monkey said, "I can help you, Frankie." And he threw down an apple from the apple tree that he had been sitting in. And Frankie said, "Oh, Mr. Monkey, that's just an apple." He said, "No, Frankie, this is a little red house. It has no doors, it has no windows, it has a chimney." And Frankie said, "But it doesn't have a star inside." Mr. Monkey said, "If you cut it open, Frankie, you will find the star inside." So Frankie cut the apple open using a special knife just for children. And she cut it in half along the side. And yes, there was a special star inside that she had been looking for. And Frankie said, "Thank you, Mr. Monkey. I have my little red house with no doors, no windows, my chimney, and a star inside.